So, cut the sonotube in half using the same method to get a horizon or a good even parallel line all the way down a tube. Actually, this time I did cut it with an Olfa knife. It wasn't too bad cutting the straights. However, it all depends on the wall thickness. In the process of working on this, I remembered something interesting about sonotubes and why they use them for concrete, and they're saturated with wax so that nothing sticks to them, and nothing sticks to them, including tape and a lot of other things. However, hot glue does bond. It makes the project just a little slower, a little messier, a little more dangerous. But what I did is I have the panel cut. They'll come to you in their actual sizes, ready to go, and in halves or in holes. And you know, if you need them cut in half, and you have a long, you decide that you want to cut one of the full ones in half, just fold it in half, make a mark, and cut it with an Olfa knife, and you can cut your panels in half. I'm just going to do a quick little tack on the outside of this thing to get these panels in place. So you got to get them down fairly tight because, well, nothing worse than looking at loose bark on your log. I'm going to flip this back. I know it's going to be harder to do with a longer log. You'll have to do it in segments. Now, just remember to try to keep this as tight as possible. I'm pulling this and trying to get this nice and tight on here. Just don't want it to look slack up on while on display. So let's see. Let's do the last one here. It doesn't take that long once you get used to doing it. You only go as fast as your glue will melt. So here we go. Now I want to oversize on everything. I'm pressing it down really well until it cools. Okay, now you'll see that it's oversized on everything. Just going to do the inside edge on this. Want to get good tension on it. Oh great, I probably didn't check where I was on this one. This one I did not line up very well. It's only because I'm using a smaller graphic panel and a larger log, so I've just sort of run out of printed material on the edge. Okay, one side, it's not too bad. And the other side. I'm not going to do the whole thing this time, I'm just going to try half at a time. Again, putting as much tension as I can, tightening it up as much as I can while it cools. That was easier actually working in a smaller section. And that burned my thumbnail. Ouch. That's one thing about the hot glue. If you didn't get it right, you can redo it. Pretty forgiving that way. Now, I'm just going to grab my knife. You got to make some relief cuts in order to get this to conform around the ends. You need to wrap this around the ends. So I'm going to make, now with a larger diameter, you probably don't have to cut it as often. I just find that it works a lot better with a few little curve cuts in here like this. And then glue that down. And I missed. But I didn't miss my finger. Ouch. It's a little warm. Might want to put gloves on. You guys wear gloves out on the West Coast?